So we've covered body, mind, heart, spirit, and we've talked about a little bit about setting. What are the essential issues that involve what you call setting?
Setting is the environment in which you live in. It is your safety, it is your comfort, it is how well you can sustain that for as long a time as possible, and its additional services such as transportation and health care. It's a vital part of the quality of life that we live. If you're not safe, that's got to be fixed. If you're not comfortable, you've got to get that fixed. What happens is as we proceed and as a disease proceeds, our world tends to contract. Think of it as concentric circles starting from you. So maybe we start with you and your bed and move outward, your bedroom, the rest of the house, issues like that. So it's a complicated subject, but there's a few very critical things to be very concerned about. We talk about safety. It's everything from fire safety and whether you can get out in time and whether you're secure from an intruder or whether there could be someone in your close circle of friends or in your family that could potentially do you harm. Elder care and the mistreatment of the elderly is an extraordinarily pervasive thing in our society. So here's what I want to suggest. Rather than making this into a black hole of all the negative things that could happen, just make sure you have a safety net so that there is someone you can reach out to in the event something terrible, untoward, and unexpected happens to you. Who would you call? Don't let yourself get into a situation where you are totally, utterly cut off from the world and only able to talk to one person. What if that person had a problem and was unable to support you any longer and actually became an abuser? I know these are terrible things to even consider, but think ahead. Make sure there's someone, an attorney, a social worker, someone outside of the house, a very close personal friend, but someone who will check in on you on a regular basis and someone who you can speak your truth to. And I'm sorry that these are uncomfortable issues, but it's not so far-fetched. I myself ran into my own experience. Before I moved out of my house, I was so overwhelmed. I couldn't face this incredible move. I'd lived in this house for a decade. It was full of things that I wanted to keep and didn't want to pack and didn't want to give away. I was in denial. So I had this idea. What if I were to get someone to come in, live here temporarily, and help me pack up and get things going? Went to Craigslist, found somebody who wanted a temporary situation like that. They even cooked. Look, it looked great. Win-win. Getting on their feet, looking for a job, etc. This person turned out to be a predatory thief who robbed me blind. I'd asked them to help me sell some things on eBay. Well, the things disappeared. There was never an eBay ad. And one of the most frustrating things was an entire bottle of Vicodin tablets disappeared from my medicine chest. I don't know if there's such a thing as karma, but I wouldn't want the karma of having stolen a cancer patient's pain medication. This person is living with that. And by the way, what cost me $11 copay or something like that goes for anywhere from $4 to $8 a piece on the street. So even though he reported that he was allergic to Vicodin and Tylenol, he certainly could have stolen them to sell. A lot of your medications have street value that are quite high. That's what can be very tempting. I never dreamed I would be a victim in my own home, but it happened to me. Thank God there was no violence involved, and I moved on. But it can happen. What about the living situation? Are you stuck in an upstairs bedroom? Or like some families, have you negotiated a different living space? Sometimes patients move their bed downstairs, for example, maybe converting the dining room into a sick room or a day room so that you can be part of the family. Members of the family may assume you don't want to be part of things and that the noise will bother you. You may have another point of view, which is the sound of kids running and coming and going make you feel alive and part of the family. Those things need to be discussed, cards on the table, come up with a plan that works for you. But don't overlook this entire conversation of the setting in which you live, because I don't know if there's any one thing, things like the comfort of the bed and its arrangement. Is it near enough a window? Is the room temperature right for you? All of those things come together to either make you very comfortable or very uncomfortable. This is the time to take care of yourself, do what you need to make this as comfortable and congenial as you possibly can.